Intelligent mobility is set to revolutionise transportation. Intelligent mobility consists of three aspects: new business models, connected and automated mobility.
We think the global market for intelligent mobility currently is in the order of £140 billion per annum, and we see it growing at that rate for the next 10 years.
Our mobility networks are becoming far more connected. Whether it be the cars, the public transport or the infrastructure, these modes are starting to be able to communicate autonomously.
So TfL's role is really about keeping London moving. We face a population challenge going forward, and that brings increased pressure on the roads. The really exciting challenge that sits before us is this conversation probably wouldn't have happened 5 years ago. And I think the really key point is that city authorities, public transport planners, OEMs, the automotive sector and the wider technology sector have realised we've got a shared vocabulary, and that's intelligent mobility.
London, Munich, Tokyo have one thing in common. They have visionary leaders with the courage to incentivise public transport and to discourage private transport.
New business models like car sharing, ride sharing and car on demand are starting to grow exponentially.
Technology and car sharing go hand in hand. The car sharing involved where you used to give your keys to someone is long gone. It's all keyless, it's all app-based, and the car is becoming increasingly connected.
There's a lot of customers out there who are actually interested in driving a car and they want to have access to a vehicle, but they don't want to buy one. I think the biggest enabler for new mobility concepts is the smartphone. So this whole element of being always on and connected is a solution to it all. So the point really is that we are really putting out an open invitation to all mobility service providers to join us in building the platform further.
Traditionally, public and private transport have very much been viewed separately. What we're seeing with intelligent mobility is certainly these two are starting to talk to each other and potentially converge in the future.
We do believe that the combination of digital technology, the connectivity of the car to an ecosystem and the autonomous capability of vehicles will be the formula that drives that step change in the way that we move.
Autonomous vehicles will create new collaboration that was not there before. New players that in the future will have to manage the increasing congestion. I think the benefits of highly automated driving are very much aligned with the social agenda of governments. Less emission and more safe infrastructure, better capacity of the network, so it will accelerate the adoption of this.
The world is changing tremendously fast. People used to think that transport was one person in one car going on one short journey. It's now part of a system, and that's a whole change that government hasn't really got the hang of.
Autonomous cars will have a huge impact on new business models. One of the areas we see a huge change is the insurance business model for cars. The insurance business model for cars today is very much around the driver. The insurance premiums are calculated based on driver risk. Going forward into the future, the insurance will be calculated based on the brand.
This is the most significant change in mobility since the invention of the internal combustion engine 100+ years ago. This is going to transform mobility, the intelligent connected vehicle. And there are many, many players trying to come into mobility from outside the traditional OEM sphere.
Private and public sector are now actively engaged in delivering intelligent mobility, which is completely essential as we start to look at new forms of regulation. The future of the car is not doomed in cities, it's just set to be reinvented.